Is there a message I may give to the Prime Minister, sir?
Yes. Tell him this.
I've never been so... Oh.
Good morning everyone, how you doing? It's Paul here from Unusual Things. Now today I am at Banbury at the crematorium and we've come to see the final resting place of Ronnie Barker. Now of course, as usual, if you've got anything to say about Ronnie Barker, have you ever seen him, have you ever met him or anything like that at all, please leave your comments down below. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's hear a little bit more about Ronnie Barker, shall we? Ronnie Barker was born on the 25th of September 1929 at 70 Garfield Street, Bedford, Bedfordshire. Barker's elder sister Vera was born in 1926 and his younger sister Eileen was born in 1933. His father was a clerk for Shell Mex and his job saw the family move to Cowley, Oxfordshire when Barker was 4. Barker failed to get into the Young Vic School but joined the Manchester Repertory Company, which was based in Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire, often taking comic roles in their weekly shows. Initially he was employed as the assistant to the assistant stage manager, earning £2.50 a week. He made his debut as a professional actor on the 15th of November 1948 as Lieutenant Spicer in a performance of J.M. Barrie's Quality Street. He went on to play the organist in When We Were Married, and by his third role, the chauffeur Charles in Miranda, Barker realised he wanted to be a comic actor. He was described as having the talent to be a great straight actor, but noted, "I wanted to make people laugh." He appeared on stage adaptations of Treasure Island and Red Riding Hood, before getting his first leading role in The Guinea Pig as a working class boy at a public school. Barker's theatrical success enabled him to move into radio work. Barker, who had previously been known by his birth name Ronald, was now referred to as the less formal Ronnie, after a director changed it in the credits, although he did not tell Barker. His first radio appearance was in 1956, playing Lord Russet in Floggets. In 1966, Barker got his break with the satirical sketch series The Frost Report, having been recommended for the show by producer James Gilbert. The show starred David Frost, John Cleese and Barker's future comedy partner Ronnie Corbett, whom he had met in 1963, when Corbett was the barman at the Buxton Club near the Haymarket Theatre and the two became friends. Corbett stated in his autobiography that the two had gravitated towards each other and because of their similar backgrounds, neither had attended university, while many of the other cast and writers of The Frost Report had. Each episode of the show was performed and broadcast live, which was focused on a single topic and principally revolved around a continuous monologue from Frost, with sketches from Barker, Corbett and Cleese, and the show went on. After the first series, the special Frost over England was produced, winning the Golden Rose at Montreux Television Festival, with a second series of the show announced. Frost, recognising their potential, signed both Barker and Corbett up to his production company, David Paradine Productions. Their show together was the Two Ronnies, a sketch show which aired for 2 series and 8 specials between 1971 and 1987 to immediate success. The show was described by Anthony Hayward of The Independent as a cocktail of comedy sketches, playlets, songs and parodies. A long-winded Corbett monologue and singing star sandwiched between the opening and closing news summaries. The usual format consisted of many sketches between the two, an ongoing filmed serial, a solo character sketch from Barker, Corbett's monologue, a musical number, a special guest bookend by joke news items, delivered from a desk by the two in the style of newsreaders before ending with the catchphrase, "It's good night from me and it's good night from him." Barker's material included the sketch which came to be known The Four Candles, airing in 1976, although in the original script it was titled Annie Fink House. Following the success of the Two Ronnies, the BBC let Barker decide what he wanted to do. The Two Ronnies took up 1/3 of a year to produce, allowing time for Barker and Corbett to do solo project each. Barker opted to produce some sitcom pilots known as part of 1973's 7 of 1. 2 of these pilots, Open All Hours, written by Roy Clark, and Prisoner, and Escort, written by Dick Clement and Ian Lafrenais, became series. Prisoner and Escort became Porridge, airing from 1974 to 1977, with Barker starring as the cynical and cunning prisoner Norman Stanley Fletcher. Porridge was the first sitcom to take place in a prison. The Times said the show was about what it took to survive in the prison, the little day-to-day triumphs over the system that keep the prisoners sane. The opening sequence of the programme showed Fletcher being directed to his cell as prison doors are locked behind him. All the while, the judge can be heard pronouncing judgment and sentence.
We therefore feel constrained to commit you to the maximum term allowed for these offences. You will go to prison for 5 years.
The judge's voice was performed by Barker. The show became a huge success, attracting 15 million viewers and earning what the BBC described as a chorus of critical acclaim and public adoration for what remains one of the most classic British sitcoms ever produced. The Times called Fletcher his finest creation. Barker privately regarded the series as his finest work of his career. He won the BAFTA for Best Light Entertainment Performance in 1975 for his performance on the show. Barker opted not to have heart valve replacement surgery, and his health rapidly declined after the recording of the Two Ronnies Christmas sketchbook. He died of heart failure at the Catherine House Hospice, Adderbury, Oxfordshire, on the 3rd of October 2005, aged 76, with his wife by his side. Barker's body was cremated at a private humanist funeral at Banbury Crematorium, which was attended by family and close friends. So there we have all the information there on Ronnie Barker. What a man he was. What an absolute legend. Just so funny, so witty, so quick, so fast, so clever. And yeah, you know, to have been able to watch him in our lifetime has been a real privilege. And what a clever writer as well. A lot of people have a lot of time for Ronnie Barker, and that's why today I've come to find his final memorial plaque here in Banbury Crematorium. I think I found it. Loving memory of Ronnie Barker and Joy Barker. And they look fresh and new. So we've got to do it. Massive thank you, Ronnie. Thank you so much for all the comedy. You brought everyone so many laughs, so many smiles throughout the years. Yeah, who doesn't love what Ronnie Barker's done? And his legacy will live on through Porridge, Open All Hours, the Two Ronnies, everything else. Don't forget, leave your comments down below. I've got a smile on my face because I remember all the good times. The Phantom Raspberry Blower, remember that? There's someone making a noise over there, and there's everyone cutting the grass. It's a bit noisy here today. Thank you for watching. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Leave your comments down below. Take it easy. See you all soon. Bye bye.
So it's good night from me, and it's good night from him. Good night. Good night.